Hello, Wanderers. Welcome to On the Journey 111. I'm El Rock, your hostess, and happy full moon slash blue moon coming up. So, we are at October 1st, you guys, 2020. As always, these are timeless readings, so I trust that this does find you when it's meant to. But just a timestamp where we are. It's October 1st, and we are in a full moon tonight. And we have a blue moon in the month of October, which also occurs on October 31st, which for those that celebrate, that is Halloween, All Hallows Eve. And it goes by other names as well, Samhain, I believe. And there's other names for it also, but kind of a big month. Halloween is when the veils are the thinnest, and so we are starting the month with just an overview of the prevailing energies for the month of October for you. This is not a zodiac reading. If anything, it's probably targeted more for the subscribers to the channel. If you are stopping by, thank you so much for being here. But this is targeting the energy for those subscribers on the channel. So if you do want to be included in that, go ahead and click the subscribe button. And let's get your energy in there because it is timeless. But so as not to get too big of a, what we might call sampling, I'm focusing this on the subscribers for On the Journey 111. So, what's coming out? Interesting. We have Pocket of Protection and Remember Forgetting. So, we're looking from October 1st through the 31st, or essentially a 30-day period here of your prevailing energies. So, wow, I was going to call you Scorpio. That's so weird. So, on the Journey 111 subscribers, you're coming back to something about yourself that you've forgotten. Your connection with Mother Nature, your connection to the web of life. And this is a time of protection for you. You have Yarrow here and Human. This is the Illustrated Herbiary and Bestiary deck. It's animal and plant medicine. And with this being the time of harvest, naturally, I'm going to want to bring this deck out. So the human energy is really about reconnecting with those deeper parts of yourself that are interlaced in the web of life. So let's see what other energies we might have for you. For the not the new moon, the full moon here. Okay, so what fell out? Be yourself and navigate by the sun, honeybee and daisy. So I love that daisy's present on both of these cards, which is just an emphasis to me to tell you to be yourself. Now, with the dark season upon us, the sun, the days are shorter, and of course, the nights longer. And we all have sort of this intrinsic or inherent system. So during the next month, you are being guided to not only navigate by the sun, but also to look at teamwork as you move throughout the month. And as you're working with this team, it's really important for you to be in touch with your authenticity. Now, when you're navigating by the sun, you have, I think they're called your circadian? You know what I'm trying to get at, right? Circadian rhythms, I think is what they're called, which is, your body's, when it wakes up at first light, or when you start to feel fatigue as the sun goes down. That's all part of your body's natural cycle. Now, part of that is also implying that is one of the things that you might be getting sort of reacquainted with here are your body's rhythms and cycles, especially as we move into new seasons. We've passed through the fall equinox and, we're into fall. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, you're now into spring. And, of course, that brings new life as well. but there's something that you're just getting back into touch with that's very instinctual, very intuitive during this time period in the month of October. All right, so let's find out a little bit more about what's going on, you guys. Whoopsies. So, because it's October, which is my favorite month of the year, my last name is Rock, so I fondly like to call it Rocktober. And so I like to I like to start pulling out the witch cards and the cat cards and things like that a little bit more consistently. So we've got the cat here who is, yeah, he's got cat hair on him because my cat likes to sleep on him. It's the felt, I think. I wanted to just hit the bottom of the deck here really quickly, you guys. We've got light in the darkness, which is St. John's wort. And so you might have been feeling a little bit down recently, or something's coming forward to you to sort of bring you out of a dark period. You might have been feeling caged and, a little bit down, but something is coming around for you. Some of that is your authenticity and getting back in touch with yourself with this daisy energy here, and also this yarrow energy, which is that pocket of protection. But St. John's wort is here to kind of cheer you up in the coming month if you have some days that, are darker. Seasonal depressive order is real. When the season goes dark, it can impact our moods and our well-being. So St. John's wort is here just to tell you that there is light in the darkness, and that support that you need is there. The sun does return. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, it is in the process. So what we're doing with the cat here is we're actually doing a spread. You know that if you've watched my channel, you know that I don't do a lot of specific sort of spreads or layouts, but we're going, well, I would consider this rogue by following the quote unquote rules, which I don't follow very often. But we're going to just use the cat as our guide. So we're going to find out first what you're looking forward to. I'm going to put those back in, but we'll take a look at them. Interesting. So 9 of sky in reverse, that is the 9 of swords. So that's beginning to kind of come out of that nightmarish energy, that depression we're talking about here with that light in the darkness, St. John's wort. St. John's wort is used as a supplement for, when depression or mental health things that are impacting you. It's a natural supplement for that. And that would explain why the 9 of sky came flying out here. And then we also have here, we've got, the 4 of sea, which also alludes to that fatigue, you guys. So a number of you out there are, perhaps being kept awake at night by, bad dreams or just things that have been tough in life that have been keeping you awake. And that's impacting your day. And so what you need to know is that the ace of sea is here, which is the ace of cups. Now, I'm sorry, this is the 4 of sea, 4 of cups there, where it's just, kind of things are looking a little bit grim. And what you need to know here is as the month progresses and what you have to look forward are positive emotional new beginnings. So you are going to be putting this energy to rest for yourself. And we'll just go ahead and keep these because they fell out. But what you're looking forward to is really this period coming to an end and these beginnings starting with that ace of sea energy. So that's beautiful. That is something to look forward to. Now we're going to go to the back of the cat and find out what it is that you're leaving behind in this next new, oh wow, couple 10. Okay, so now we have the 10 of sky. So whatever's happened here, what you're leaving behind is the end of a cycle. This is the 10 of swords. We had the 9 of swords come out with what you were looking forward to in terms of the reverse of it. And that is the departure. What you're looking forward to is the departure of the ending of this cycle. of being kept awake at night. You have left something behind and you're out on your own now and you're trying to figure it out. There's the end of a cycle. And with that, you've also harnessed this Three of Fire energy. So the Three of Fire is about being willing to kind of take a chance. And one of the things that it talks about in the book is that you can't really learn anything if you aren't willing to get burned. And one of the things that I see here is with this Three of Fire is that you took a leap of faith here and that it probably didn't work out the way that you had hoped that it would. So what you're leaving behind is a leap of faith in which turned out to be a cycle that needed to end. It wasn't a healthy leap of faith. And what you understand with that is that with these leaps of faith, it doesn't make you wrong or bad or anything else about the fact that you took it, about the fact that maybe you haven't come out of it feeling entirely intact. You will feel intact eventually because you can look back and you can understand what it was you found appealing about it and what it was that actually left you feeling this way by the time you left that cycle behind you. So as you consider those things, it allows you to move forward into these new beginnings here after a period of rest and recovery, knowing that there is a light in the darkness with these positive emotional new beginnings here, that what you're working towards. And you want to be mindful not to let those past energies of those endings sort of impact your willingness to make yourself available to something new that wants to come in for you. And we'll dig into that a little bit more, but let's just get the kind of the lay of the land here. So we know what you're leaving behind. We know what you're looking towards. What's on your mind in the month ahead? What's on your mind? I can see why this yarrow, this pocket of protection is coming in. Because you've been through a rough time. But let's find out what's on your mind right now. Yeah, Seven of Fire. So the Seven of Fire, that's Seven of Wands, and that is you really standing your ground. You've been in a period of conflict, or you're continuing on in a period of conflict throughout the month. But do know that this is dissipating because you are standing your ground. This is you setting boundaries. You know what you want to head towards. This is passion on the mind of this cat that's defending against this. You know, there's obviously multiple people involved here, but the Seven of Fire is you understanding how to harness your strength. So what's on your mind right now is this passion and understanding how you want to pursue it and the boundaries that you're needing to set against maybe, I hate the word against, but with people. How about that? The boundaries that you need to set with people in your life, with your time, with your energy, and you're understanding what it is that you want to move towards. And as you focus your energy on what this is on your mind, this passion fire that has you defending something, defending a new beginning here. This fire, what it is you're fighting for, it's coming from your heart space. And it is your light in the darkness. It is your new beginning. So what's on your mind is how to navigate these tense situations as you begin to stand up for yourself. I mean, this cat is on his hind legs, right? This is a very, he's not giving in. He's setting boundaries and he's teaching these cats how to proceed and how not to proceed. And so in the next month, what's on your mind is how to navigate those relationships that you're setting boundaries with. So let's find out. Now we're going to hit the pause here. Let's find out where the instability is or what's causing instability here for our viewers here. What's causing instability? Where's that at? Earth kitten, so trying new things. This is the Prince of, I want to say Earth, Pentacles. So this is exploratory. Again, I really think that something's happening here. The instability was, you know, this is also kind of a kitten energy, or a younger cat energy here. And this is the wisdom of having been through something difficult. So, what caused the instability here is the fact that maybe you didn't know what you didn't know, or maybe you entered into a situation that didn't have a level of maturity, or maybe there were such differences between the two of you that things just were unstable because of that. This is, a porcupine and a cat can still be friends, but fundamentally the porcupine is still a porcupine, right? It comes with prickles. It comes with a defense mechanism that creates a vulnerability with the kitten here. And so, whatever this is with Earth Kitten, this instability, it has something to do with your differences and perhaps somebody who is particularly prickly, in terms of communication, emotions, or some other level of stability, because the Earth Kitten is younger in nature. They're just lacking a level of experience. Now, I don't get a sense that this is a malevolent difference, but rather just filling each other out, and maybe some pain has been caused by not knowing what you don't know, okay? So let's find out what's contributing to your stability right now. What's contributing to your stability, please? What's contributing to your stability in the month ahead between full moon and full moon, please? Oh, the Sky Queen. Okay, so the Sky Queen is the Queen of Swords. And what's contributing to your stability, and this makes a lot of sense, is your ability to communicate clearly, to set boundaries, to get at a higher perch and observe things from a different point of view, to really oversee what's happening around you in the month ahead, and to gain that perspective. And you gain additional stability down here with the front paws by being able to communicate and manage the emotional aspects of this. So whatever this is for you, it's going to be different for all of you. It could be a job, it could be family, it could be friends. Let's see if we can get a fill. What is this situation? Oh, a relationship, something you love, or someone that you love, that perhaps it wasn't healthy, or there were too many differences, or maybe there was a big age difference that couldn't be overcome. There was some kind of gap. And whatever it is, if it's something that you're staying in, then you have positive new beginnings. But you are going through kind of a dark period with it right now, and you are setting boundaries. There's some struggles around that. What you need to know is that you are protected, that you are being guided to be yourself, to be in your authenticity, to find your own inner rhythm. And with human, that remember forgetting. So maybe there was some aspect of yourself that you sacrificed to be in a relationship, and you actually need to recover that because it's not authentic for you to not have that in yourself, right? And so this is remembering parts of yourself that have been forgotten to accommodate for a situation or something else, and you're bringing those parts back in. The thing that makes that difficult is, when you let those parts go and you try to bring them back in, you need to understand that you taught somebody how to treat you initially. And now what you're doing is you're going back and you're retraining somebody how, or multiple somebodies, how you now want to be treated, which is going to be a paradigm shift for them and does require an adjustment period. So only you are going to be able to understand if these are relationships that you want to keep and that are worth, repairing and teaching, or if they're ones that just need to be released so that you can move forward and make space for the relationships that nurture you holistically throughout your entire life. The bottom of the deck, we have the Two of Fire. That's sitting at the threshold, making the choice to go out. What you need to understand is that you're safe in your threshold. And when you choose to walk through the doors to go out and explore, it will be when you're ready to do that. So take your time here with this Two of Fire. You're illuminated, you're safe, you're at the threshold. And when you're ready to cross that threshold, you will. So that's what's going on for the month. So interesting stuff happening. Let's see here. What do I want to do next? I think I want to clarify a couple things. Can we get some more information about the Sky Queen? I think it's really pretty self-explanatory, but let's take a look here. Sky Queen. Any other? Oh, yes, Three of Wands. So we have that Two of Wands, or that Two of Fire here. Sorry. So the Three of Wands is really that next step, right? You've moved past the threshold and now you're making decisions. You're walking towards it. You're making magic. Remember how I talked about her being perched and overseeing things from above? That's what's happening here. You're overseeing things and you're working your magic from a higher level. And when I say working your magic, to me, that means like you're making choices, you're gaining momentum, you're finding the alchemical pieces of the puzzle, the synchronicities, you're following your intuition, you're being clear about your communication when you need to do that, and you're practicing. You can see here that he's got his wand and he's making magic, and things are being observed. Maybe you're teaching somebody something. Maybe this is a mentor for you that's bringing you stability, that's teaching you how to set these boundaries. Tell me more about the Lovers. All right. Oh, yep. So Seven of Wands in reverse. So that's out twice. Seven of Fire, Seven of Wands. There's conflict here. What is this conflict about? Yeah, Nine of Wands. So it looks to me like, and this message is, keep in mind that this is a general, so it's interpersonal, and so take this as it resonates. But what we have here is these lovers have been in conflict, and there's been so much tension that we literally had a vanquishing happen. The Nine of Wands. So you didn't realize your own power and maybe sent somebody away here, not really realizing sort of what was happening. Looks like there's been a lot of finger pointing. This is again Seven of Fire energy. You've had a lot of opponents testing you, kind of backing you up against that wall there. And whatever this is, you are fully standing your ground, and you need to understand here that you are protected. Whatever this is that you're growing through, this tension, this passion in a relationship or in a situation. Now, I'm not seeing a lot. I mean, the lovers obviously implies love and relationship, but this can imply, family, a parent, a sibling, a job, but there's some sort of conflict around someone or something that you love. And it's probably more than one person, or you have opponents to a person that you love. Okay. So a couple different things coming out there. But whatever it is, do know that you are protected with the energy of Yarrow here. So that's really beautiful. And whatever it is, I can't remind you enough to keep being yourself. Shine in your authenticity. If people are disappearing from your lives, going from the seven where you're in battle and conflict and backed up and kind of being pushed off a cliff there, to just having nobody, there might be some surprise around when these energies leave. But these energies aren't meant to stay if they're not supportive of what it is that you're working towards, this positive new beginning. Because I can see here that there has been a ton of conflict and fear, doubt, and worry. I mean, you're really in kind of or have been in a depressive state. But what you really need to know here is that there is something for you to look forward to, that this is passing. So now we've got a pretty good idea about, sort of the conflict energy. Let's find out what you have to look forward to here with the Ace of C. Tell me what justice in reverse. So interesting. Something has been very unjust for you. I don't get a sense that you've been unjust to somebody, but if you have been, be mindful of that, because if you've brought injustice into a situation, it will balance itself out. And depending on where the unjust energy is being created, depends on how the karmic scales get balanced. So be mindful that justice is here, and it has been an extremely unjust situation. So I can see why this Four of Sea and this Nine of Swords or Nine of Sky is here. It's been a nightmare situation for you. So tell me more about the Ace of Sea. What we have to look forward to, please. Oh, beautiful. Queen of Cups. Yay, that's good news. Nurturing, abundance, love, fulfillment, fertility, new things coming in. I get a real sense of peace and being on your own here. So this is that cups energy, that water energy. So you go from Ace of Sea to Queen of Cups there. So that's great. It looks like when justice comes in, you make those leaps into stability rather quickly. Tell me more. Oh, well. Whoops. This is the Everyday Witch mini tarot, in case you were wondering. Let me get that card out of there. So tell me more about the Ace of Sea, please. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, still holding on. Still carrying the burdens. Okay. Yeah, so there's a tower, and there's still burdens around this, and you are hanging on with the Four of Pentacles. You're guarding yourself, you're continuing this journey, but I get a sense that this tower, whatever it is, if you have to bring it down, you will. And I get a real sense of some level of assertion here that's required. Now, this is a burden that you may still continue to have to carry, but you are protecting your investments and your groundedness, and you're moving towards something, but that tower energy is here. So let's see if we can find out more about that. Let's hope that that's a good tower. Bottom of the deck, we've got Two of Cups. Why is the tower here? With the Four of Pentacles, protection, and yeah, Five of Cups, feeling like a loss here. So here's what you need to know is this is a rough time. And there's really no two ways around that. Whoops, sorry about that. I just kicked my tripod. There's really no two ways around that. And what I want to invite you into with this tower, with these two Seven of Wands coming out, this Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the ending of the cycle, the pain, the heartache, the frustration, is number one, that you're protected. Number two, your new beginnings, your fertility, your abundance, it's there. Your Ten of Wands indicates the end of a cycle, but there's still some perseverance and pushing through that you're doing here. Now, with this Five of Cups, yes, those 3 cups definitely spilled. It sucks. It hurts. You're super bummed about it. And what I want you to kind of just take a moment and let's pan up here and look at the picnic under the table. Look at the 2 wine glasses and the full bottle of wine there on the table. There is abundance. There is fertility. There is love. There are new beginnings. And if you can pull your focus off of all of the hardships, if you can find this light in the darkness, knowing that it's true, knowing that it's real, knowing that it's there, knowing that this too shall pass, and that when you refocus your attention, you can begin to recognize all of the beauty and all of the abundance that flows in and around you at this time. So one of the things I do want to really call your attention to is that you can really, in the now moment, find abundance pretty much anywhere. You're sitting in traffic, you're sitting at a stoplight. Maybe if you take a moment to, stop watching the stoplight and start looking around, maybe you'll see a butterfly, maybe you'll see a bird. And those are abundant vibrational energies that are there for you to enjoy, to bring you back to a moment, to bring you light in those dark moments. So, especially if this is a work situation, well, any situation really, but tell me more about the Five of Cups. Oops. Oh, excellent. Judgment. This is the resurrection. This is you turning around, recognizing these cups up here and singing your soul song. So that's awesome. Judgment has come. You've taken off on your own. You've found your joy. You've put those 3 cups to rest. And, you're the Pied Piper now. You're attracting what you want by singing your soul song, by being yourself, by remembering these lost parts of yourself that you have forgotten, by navigating by the sunlight, by getting rest and rejuvenating yourself and making yourself available to these energies of abundance that are coming in for you. You have, where did she go? Here she is. You have this Queen of Cups energy. You've got this tremendous emotional abundance. The Queen of Cups is the most psychic queen in the deck, and you're tapping into your intuition to get recentered off of those 3 cups that have fallen, to get focused on what remains, and to begin working your magic, to be clear about your direction and be unapologetically you. So that's really, really gorgeous. All right, so with all of that said, let's take a look at your self-care cards. I think we need some self-love and some nurturing in the month ahead. Full moons are super intense energy. And so let's see how you can take care of yourself in the coming month. Choice. Reconsider a commitment. You have the right to change your mind, and it looks like you're going to. Whatever this commitment is, if it's a commitment that you want to make, or a commitment that you don't want to make, Or maybe it's one of each. Maybe you no longer want to commit your time to job Y and you want to commit your time to job X. So really, you're having a time of considering, and it's okay. Remember when we talked about the two of fire here, taking your time before crossing the threshold? That's what you're doing. Your self-care in the month ahead is knowing that you always have a choice and giving yourself the time and the space to exercise what it is that's best for you. Any other self-care for the month ahead? Any more self-care cards for the month ahead? Yeah, that's a great self-care card. Let's see here. So top of the deck is friendship. So, being available to the supportive relationships that are getting you to where you want to go. Before we head off to enjoy the full moon, let's find out what you will benefit from surrendering in the coming month, please. What will you benefit from surrendering? Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. So whatever this is back here, this, and where'd you go? Oh, the little baby cards. Here we go. So these three, this is, I think, was a blocker to your intimacy. All of these things, I think that you are on the trail to finding intimacy, whether that's intimacy with yourself, intimacy with somebody else, whatever it is. We've got the Lovers here. So somewhere there was a disconnect with intimacy and a desire to regain it, whether it's with the same person or it's a new choice, whatever that is for you. You are being called to surrender your fear of intimacy and to make yourself available to that, to remember those 2 cups up here and to see if you can let those cups go. You can pick them up and you can reuse those cups, but let the contents of those cups go. Bottom of the deck, surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. So absolutely, you are learning to do that. You are absolutely being guided to, where did it go? Be yourself. Here it is. Surrender comparisons with other people. You've got to be yourself, and you're coming into that. And right now you're learning about it. And maybe sometimes you come on a bit strong, but you're gaining that balance. Just be yourself. Let go of those comparisons. Make yourself available to the intimacy that your heart truly does desire, to the 2 of cups that are sitting on the table unattended right now. So when you're ready to move for those, they are there. So that is going to wrap it up, you guys. If you want to check out the card definitions, they will be available in links. We've got definitions for the illustrated herbiary and bestiary and for the mystical cats. So if you want to know what the book says, those playlists are available for you. And I will be back later on. I've got company in town, so I've got a busy weekend, but I will try to be back on Sunday or Monday. So you guys, happy full moon. I will see you soon. We'll be back with the soul contracts or something. My commitment to you is to post consistently. What's on the agenda? Who knows, but hopefully you'll find it valuable if you stop in. I heart you guys. Have a great one. Happy full moon, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.